This is Wrestling Jeopardy! And now, here is your host, Kevin J. Callis!
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Wrestling Jeopardy! This is the interactive game where you can finally put your debilitating addiction to screen time to really good use.
The number you have reached is not in service.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
So let's get right into it. 25 clues are on the board, plus a daily double and a bonus question, and they come from these 5 categories. Beginning with World Cup Fever, followed by our visual category of the week, Superfans. Up next is a little fruit salad, followed by This is BS, where the answers are going to be wrestlers whose names have the initials BS. And our 5th category, which won the popular community vote last episode, but for whatever reason, I decided to turn heel and practically cause a full-fledged riot in the comments section. Bruh. However, I'm here to atone for my sins and ready to give you what you want, a category dedicated to the one and only charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Woo! Oh, I gotta get it out.
And as always, we begin with the 200-point jobber round. But first, please make sure you slam that like button because it really helps the channel grow and reach new people.
Do I have your attention now?
The first clue of the jobber round is from World Cup Fever, worth 200 points. While Ludwig Kaiser is firmly behind his native Germany, the masked El Grande Americano cheers exclusively for this Latin American country. What is Mexico? On to our first visual clue. It's from Superfans and it's worth 200 points. Name this superfan. Now recently, WWE President Nick Khan debunked the rumor that he gets free lifetime front row seats to prevent a lawsuit. Who is the green shirt guy? Moving on, here comes the first clue from Fruit Salad, worth 200 points. If you weren't cool, Carlito wasn't afraid to unload a mouthful of this fruit into your face. What is an apple? Here comes This is BS. Remember, the answer will be a wrestler whose initials are BS. At Survivor Series 1999, he won his first WWF Championship and months later headlined WrestleMania 2000. Who is the Big Show? And let's close out the job around with this 200-point clue from Jeff Hardy. Jeff earned this locker room leader's respect after their classic 2002 ladder match on Raw. The Undertaker did Jeff a favor and made him famous.
Oh, he needs some milk!
Jumping back across the board, here comes another clue from World Cup Fever. As the winner of the SmackDown World Cup in 2022, Ricochet received an Intercontinental Championship match against this superstar. He's the longest reigning IC champ in wrestling history, the Ring General Gunther. On to another visual clue, worth 400 points. Name this superfan. At WrestleMania 37, WWE presented Vladimir with the first and only official certified superfan plaque. All right, let's throw this clue in a bowl and mix it up for a little more fruit salad, worth 400 points. The bitter feud between Jimmy Snuka and Roddy Piper began after Hot Rod blasted the Superfly in the head with this tropical fruit. Considered one of the WWF's most vicious attacks ever. Even though it happened over 40 years ago, what is a coconut? On to another initial clue from This is BS, worth 400 points. This Italian strongman's final WWF match occurred when he teamed up with Hulk Hogan to defeat King Kong Bundy and the One-Man Gang. Who is the living legend Bruno Sammartino? The final clue of the 400-point round comes to you from the category Jeff Hardy. At Cyber Sunday 2008, 57% of fans voted for Jeff to challenge this superstar for the WWE Championship. And that would be the game Triple H. And we're on to another clue from World Cup Fever. We're 600 points. Nicknamed the Black Stars, Kofi Kingston is a proud supporter of this African national football team. What is Ghana? Here's the third visual clue. This one is worth 600 points. Name this superfan. He runs a successful mortgage brokerage and a pro wrestling podcast empire. Hey, who is Conrad Thompson? And we've reached the halfway point of the game now. Here comes the third clue from Fruit Salad, worth 600 points. This beautiful blonde roller skated her way into the hearts of the WWE Universe during the Ruthless Aggression era. Best known for managing the team of Deuce and Domino, who is Cherry. The fourth clue of the 600-point round comes to us from This Is BS. Upon entering the WWF, he was instead given the nickname of Bulldog because of the presence of Mad Dog Vachon. Who is Buzz Sawyer? And let's finish up the 600-point round with this clue from Jeff Hardy. At the age of 16, Jeff got the opportunity to compete in his first televised WWF match against this four-time Intercontinental Champion. In 1994, Jeff's first match in WWF was a squash at the hands of Razor Ramon. And here comes a part of the game now. We do it a little something different than regular Jeopardy. This is a bonus question. You don't lose any points. You don't have to wager any points. But basically, if you get this question correct, you will double your score.
You want to take me to school? You got it.
For his debut match against the bad guy, Jeff was billed under this ring name after Razor's real opponent backed out of the bout at the last minute. And his name was Keith Davis. We begin the 800-point round with another World Cup Fever clue. By winning a 9-team tag team turmoil match, this duo captured the WWE Tag Team World Cup at Crown Jewel in 2019. Who are Gallows and Anderson? Here comes another visual clue. This will be a little bit different because I would like you to name this superfan's infamous 6-word quote. Years ago, during a FanFest Q&A, Dave Wills famously became a meme after crying out the phrase, "It's still real to me, damn it."
You think Arn Anderson's a No, I do not.
If you're interested in becoming a contestant on Wrestling Jeopardy, all you got to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more information. And here comes the third clue of the 800-point round. You know what time it is? It's the showstopper time, the Daily Double. The category, once again, fruit salad, yummy yummy. Place your wager now. All right, time's up. Here's the clue. The Great Khali displayed his impressive strength at WWE Unforgiven 2007 by crushing these two different types of melons with only his hands. As a warning to his opponents before his triple threat title match, Khali crushed a cantaloupe that represented Rey Mysterio and a watermelon meant to be Batista. Here comes another clue from This Is BS. It's worth 800 points. Before he took on the role of Sabretooth in the 2000 film X-Men, Tyler Mane competed in early 90s WCW under this ring name. And our prayers go out to Tyler as he recently announced that he is battling breast cancer. You got this, big man. The correct answer: who is Big Sky? And we finish up the 800-point round with another Jeff Hardy clue. During the height of the Attitude Era, Jeff appeared in an episode of this classic retro-themed teen comedy. Along with his brother Matt, Ken Shamrock, Ernie Ladd, and a young Dwayne Johnson who played his father, Rocky Johnson, what is that 70s show? Well, we start with the easiest round in the game, the jobber round. Now we begin the most difficult round, the main event. 5 1,000-point questions that are guaranteed to put your wrestling knowledge to the ultimate test.
It's still real to me, damn it!
And we begin with the final clue from World Cup Fever. Before signing with WWE, she played competitive soccer with hopes of one day joining the U.S. Women's World Cup team. Who is Nikki Bella? On to the final visual clue of this game. Name this superfan. And she has come a long way from being Bayley's #1 fan. Who is Izzy? Here comes the final 1,000-point clue from Fruit Salad. Back in 1992, Ric Flair was doing some next-level Photoshop work, altering a picture of Miss Elizabeth, offering the Nature Boy a bite of this fruit while lounging poolside. From the classic She Was Mine Before She Was Yours storyline with the Macho Man Randy Savage, what is a strawberry? Moving on to the final 1,000-point clue from This Is BS. Growing up in Northern Virginia, he and Alex Riley were in the same kindergarten class. Who is Byron Saxton? Don't go anywhere, Final Jeopardy is up next, but let's close out the board with the final 1,000-point clue from the category Jeff Hardy. WWE officials saw something in Jeff, so they sent him to this famous training camp run by Dory Funk Jr. for a little refining. What is the Funkin' Dojo? Alright, 26 clues are down. Only one separates you from becoming the undisputed Wrestling Jeopardy champion. Let's find out what this episode's Final Jeopardy category is. Like son, like father. Alright, time is up. Here's your multiple choice Final Jeopardy clue. Who was the first son to wrestle a match at a WrestleMania before his father did? Was it A, Brian Christopher, B, David Sammartino, C, Dustin Rhodes, or D, Shane McMahon? You have 15 seconds. Good luck. Before I reveal the answer, big shout out to the IWC, the Inside WrestleTrivia Club, for their financial support of this channel. Certainly appreciate it. If you'd like to become a member, get early access to new videos, other perks like members-only trivia nights. All you gotta do is click on the join button below or the link in the description. Several times in WrestleMania history, a son managed to wrestle a match before his father did. 13 years prior to Jerry Lawler making his WrestleMania debut, the King's son, Grandmaster Sexay, aka Brian Christopher, took part in a tag team battle royal at WrestleMania 14. Shane O'Mac made his debut defending the European Championship against X-Pac at WrestleMania 15, and 2 years later collided with his daddy dearest in a huge grudge match in Vince's first Mania as a competitor, and it even happened to the living legend Bruno Sammartino, whose first and only match was in the WWF versus NFL Battle Royal at WrestleMania 2. However, his son, David, has the distinction of being part of the inaugural WrestleMania in 1985, where he wrestled Brutus, not yet the frickin' Barber Beefcake, to a double disqualification, meaning that the correct answer is B, David Sammartino. If you enjoyed this game, please subscribe to this channel and check out some of our other episodes like this one right here, and I'll see you next time.